Good afternoon, Patrick Hidalgo from Freight Bay Digital Asset Management. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Christine. How are you doing today?
I'm very good and I'm excited to talk to you and curious to your story.
I'm excited to be here as well. Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about yourself in a nutshell.
Sure. So I started my career in fixed income capital markets, which included 9 years as a VP of structured finance and 6 years as a VP of trading operations, the latter at a mortgage derivative hedge fund. After learning the software business as a technical product owner and a software engineer, I moved into leader positions as CFO at BIT and later CFO of SAS Mining. And most recently, I founded Freight Bay Digital Asset Management. I hold an MBA from the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign and a Bachelor of Science and Finance from the University of Colorado at Boulder.
So we have a lot of expertise here in house today, I can hear.
Yes.
What does your company do?
Yes. So Freight Bay Digital Asset Management is the management company for a hedge fund. And the hedge fund is called the Clean Energy Bitcoin Yield Fund. And it's an institutional path to generating Bitcoin yield from clean energy. Basically, the problem that we see out there is that institutional investors of Bitcoin ETF and trusts, they gain Bitcoin exposure, but they lack actual ownership of the asset, opportunities for generating interest in the form of Bitcoin, and complete confidence in the underlying investment. So that's the gap that we see in the market, and that's the problem we're trying to solve.
So let's dive a little bit deeper in that then, because explain a little bit more, because it sounds interesting, but I think the audience is thinking, what does it mean, what Patrick is saying?
Sure. So basically, I believe we are the only hedge fund that's exclusively dedicated to clean energy Bitcoin mining. And we think our approach bridges the gap that I just mentioned with the following advantages. You get to own Bitcoin and be earning Bitcoin. You'll be using 100% renewable energy to mine Bitcoin. You'll be supporting investment in global renewable energy infrastructure projects and the local jobs that go with them.
So that's really interesting. You're growing this company, but from your perspective, what is the best way to grow your company? How are you doing that? So we can get some advice.
Sure. So I started a company and started a hedge fund in September 2023. So for most investors, they like to see 3 years worth of returns before making an investment. I'm just about at that point. I put all my money into the company. So I'm the only owner and the only investor. So what I'm going to do now to help expand operations is raise traditional equity in the management company and general partner. So from that, basically the biggest push is to convert from what I currently am into a full hedge fund and hire someone to help market the fund full time so that we can increase the assets under management.
And would you advise other companies also to grow their company that way?
For a lot more emerging managers, you kind of have to start this way and get your returns going first and, probably your operations a little bit later. You kind of have to sustain yourself for a little while. So,
That's really wise. So, and the AI wave, is that impacting your business as well?
Yeah, sure. On a couple different levels. So in the Bitcoin mining space, what's sort of interesting is that, Moore's law does exist there where, the chips get better every year. They become more efficient and use less energy, but that will reach a certain point and it's getting close already. So operational efficiency is going to be key. And what happens there is you can use AI to sort of manage overclocking or underclocking your machines, which means using more power than the manufacturer desires or less given certain energy costs. Also, just, personally, I'm using AI to help with some structures, some financial structures like the equity raise I'm doing and my pitch deck and things of that nature. So for sure, AI is just about everywhere.
And do you have an advice for the audience how they could use AI in their business, in your industry?
Yeah, well, I mean, the first thing is just start somewhere. Just start using it somehow. If you don't know how, find somebody that does. Think of a problem that you're having and, maybe AI can solve it. It's not going to replace you. It will just, the approach I take is I use AI to level myself up. I don't really use it to myself or replace people.
That's very good said. And I totally agree. I think AI is to support us.
Yeah, so one strategy I use to help do that is, I give a certain problem or desired outcome and the context, and then I, state my goal. And then I ask the AI to ask me questions. So, ask me 5 questions about this because, I'm only as good as my background and all of my inherent benchmarks, and AI will probably lead me down paths that I had never thought of before. And so that helps level me up.
That's a good way of using AI the other way around. The last wise words or an advice you would like to share.
Well, if you want to find more about me, you can scan this on your phone and that'll take you to my LinkedIn profile and you can ask me questions there.
Thank you so much.